Congenital heart disease. Those diseases which are present since birth are known as congenital disease. And if that disease is related to your heart, then it is known as congenital heart disease. In this, we need to consider today is atrial septal defect. So obviously, as the name suggests, it is a defect present in a septa which separates both the atria, that is right and the left atria. Usually, this septa is meant to be closed. Now let us see what happens. In short, atrial septal defect is known as ASD. It is a hole in the wall or the septum that separates the two upper chambers of heart. That are, those chambers are known as atria. The defect allows blood to flow from one atrium to other, which is usually from the left side to the right side. In the normal structure, this septa is completely closed and there is no exchange of blood between the right and the left atrias. But as there is a defect, so there is an opening in the wall of the septum separating atrias and there would be a flow of blood. Now the flow of blood is from the left to the right. Why it is from left to the right? Because the left side of the heart usually have more pressure of blood than compared to the right side. Now, as more blood or the blood coming from left to the right, it causes extra blood in the right atrium, then in the right ventricle, and then into the lungs. Because this is the path they follow. That is to right atrium to right ventricle, and from right ventricle the blood flows to the lungs. It is second most commonest congenital heart defect. 5 to 10% of all cases of congenital heart disease and 20 to 40% in adults. The females are more affected than males. It is 2:1 ratio. There are some types also. There is ostium secundum type is more common, and ostium primum type defect is less common. Now the etiology or how does this defect actually develops? For that we need to understand certain steps of embryogenesis or how does the heart development occurs. What is foramen ovale? A large oval opening in the septum secundum. When infant takes first breath, high pressure in the left atrium slams septum primum against the foramen ovale. Over time, the edges of foramen ovale fuse with septum primum, and the adult remnant is the fossa ovalis. Septum primum, the first part of the interatrial septum, grows from the roof of the atrium towards the floor. It is thin and does not quite reach the floor. The gap that persists in the ostium primum. When it does not reach the floor, it perforates and the hole coalesces with the ostium secundum. Septum primum forms the flap that covers foramen ovale. Now, what is septum secundum? A second ridge of tissue that descends from the roof of the atria as ostium secundum is scolensic. The foramen ovale forms in the septum secundum. So, the septum primum actually forms the cover of foramen ovale, whereas foramen ovale is formed in the septum secundum. So, in nutshell, two main types of ASD can be present. That is, foramen ovale is a defect in the ostium secundum, or an ostium primum defect which results in an interatrial communication. So, in both of the cases where foramen ovale is present or ostium primum defect is present, there is a communication between the atrias. So, this is how it looks like. You can see there is an opening between right and the left atrium. There will be flow of blood. Obviously, the flow of blood here it is mentioned wrong. That is from right to left. In fact, the flow of blood would be from left to right. Because the left side of the heart usually has more pressure. And as I said, there can be two types of it. It is the secundum type and ostium primum type. So if it's the primum type, which is a flap wound be present over the foramen ovale. If it's the secundum type or the foramen ovale type, foramen ovale will remain intact. The more common one is the secundum type. Thank you. We'll continue with the clinical features and impact of ASD in next section.